Have you ever been called lazy? Do you feel like you have big dreams, but find the traditional path of grinding and hustling absolutely exhausting? Most people believe that success requires a massive, violent explosion of effort. They think if you are not sweating, you are not winning. But life is not a movie, and brute force often becomes a trap that leads only to burnout. What if I told you that your laziness is not a defect, but a hidden engine for innovation? What if the secret to winning wasn't about breaking your back, but about using your mind to find a raft across your problems? Today, we explore the path of the lazy genius, the one who understands that intelligence builds the car, but wisdom reads the map. In a small village on the edge of a great kingdom, there lived a young man named Ryan. Ryan was known throughout the town for one specific trait. He was incredibly lazy. Other young men trained their bodies, while Ryan preferred remaining still. Every day, Ryan helped his father protect the rice fields from birds. His job was simple, but tedious. He had to chase away the birds that came to eat the crops. Most people used heavy sticks or slingshots, running back and forth under the hot sun to scare the birds away. Ryan hated this. He didn't want to move more than he had to. So Ryan used his mind. He built a series of wooden poles in different parts of the field and connected them with long ropes. Instead of running, Ryan would sit in the shade of a large tree, holding the end of the master rope. When a bird landed, he would simply tug the rope, scaring the birds in every corner of the field without ever standing up. He could lie down and relax while the work got done. His father was worried. He thought, if I get sick, how will Ryan survive? He lacks the muscles for hard work. But because Ryan's systems always finished the work, his father never got angry. The test Ryan's father feared arrived sooner than expected. During a brutal dry season, his father fell very ill. Ryan had to take care of the entire field alone. He tried to work the normal way, but he wasn't used to it. The crops began to die, and Ryan felt the heavy weight of disappointment. That night, looking at the stars, he realized a painful truth. Laziness without a purpose is just a slow death. But a lazy person with a big why is the most dangerous competitor in the world. The next morning, a soldier announced a grand competition at the king's palace. The prize was a chest of gold, enough to save Ryan's family and get his father the medicine he needed. The villagers laughed. They thought, how can someone as lazy as Ryan win against the strongest men in the kingdom? But Ryan didn't care. He had a strong reason now, love for his family. And a big goal can motivate even the laziest heart. The first round of the competition took place at a massive, deep lake. The rules were simple. Cross the lake, and the first 3 to finish moved to the final. The countdown started. 3, 2, 1, go! Everyone jumped into the water and began swimming with all their might. They splashed and kicked, fighting the current with their muscles. Ryan stayed behind. He knew he wasn't the strongest swimmer. He thought,
There is no way I can win if I just swim. He ran into the nearby forest and found broken branches. Using his ropes, he quickly fashioned a small raft and found a piece of wood to use as a paddle. He thought, this is a race to cross the lake, not a swimming race. While the others grew tired and their muscles cramped from the cold water, Ryan paddled across, slowly but surely. He passed the exhausted swimmers and finished in third place, qualifying for the final. The final task was the most difficult. Each contestant was given a massive, heavy wooden block. They had to push this block 1 kilometer to the finish line. Behind them was a table of tools, but they could only pick one. The first contestant, a mountain of a man, grabbed a heavy rope and began pulling the block with raw power. The second took a piece of wood to use as a lever, straining his back to move the block inch by inch. Ryan didn't rush. He looked at the block and thought, I cannot win using my muscles. I need to think smarter. Ryan picked up a small knife. The crowd was confused. How could a tiny knife help him move such a giant weight? Instead of pushing the block, Ryan began to carve it. He cut away the sharp edges. He worked with precision. After an hour, while the others were halfway through the course and gasping for air, Ryan had transformed his heavy block into a round ball. Ryan was the first to cross the line. The lazy boy had won. This story reveals the psychology of the lazy genius. Most people operate with a fixed mindset, believing that they must do things the way they've always been done, even if it's inefficient. The lazy genius operates with a growth mindset, understanding that intelligence isn't just about how hard your brain works, but how efficiently it runs. Smarter brains burn less energy because their neural pathways are optimized. To be a lazy genius, you must follow 3 rules. First, find your big why. Ryan didn't win because he suddenly became not lazy. He won because his extrinsic motivation, the goal to save his father, became an intrinsic drive to prove his worth. Without a reason, your mind will always choose the path of least resistance, scrolling on your phone. With a reason, your mind will find the most efficient path to the target. Second, stop pushing blocks and start carving wheels. We often make tasks harder than they need to be because we're afraid to look lazy for finding a shortcut. But true wisdom is knowing that your reaction is your burden. Don't carry the stone of tradition if there is a better way. Use systems and routines, like Ryan's ropes, to make success automatic so you don't have to rely on fleeting willpower. Third, focus on the target, not the field. When Ryan shot his arrow in training with Coach Miller, he missed because he was looking at the trees and the field. A lazy genius knows they have limited energy, so they only look at the center of the board. They keep distractions like social media away because those are thieves of potential. Success is not a destination. It is a daily practice. You don't need to be the strongest swimmer if you know how to build a raft. You don't need to be the strongest pusher if you know how to carve a wheel. The world does not need more people who are busy for the sake of being busy. It needs people who can stay quiet, stay calm, and find the elegant solution. Build your foundation in the magic hours while the world sleeps, and let your results be the only noise you ever make. Start today. Pick one heavy block in your life and ask yourself, how can I carve this into a wheel? Stay wise, stay efficient, and keep moving forward. Don't forget to subscribe to Silent Seed 7 for more wisdom on how to grow your future in the dark soil of discipline. We'll see you in the next story. Wisdom grows when it is shared. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and write your thoughts in the comments below. Every comment is carefully read, and your experience may become the seed for our next story.